when he was doing the presidential campaign, and then he literally said in the campaign about how he wanted to abort his child.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Nobody you know. That's right. Welcome to the Nobody You Know podcast. They might not be famous, but they certainly have a lot to say. Join Ash, SB, Emmy, and Gus as they discuss everything from celebrity gossip, trends, pop culture, hit movies and TV shows, social media, and even some juicy personal life experiences and opinions. Now, let's get into today's episode.
Welcome back to Nobody You Know. Today we have an episode full of news. Like, we're going all over the place. So please bear with us and hopefully you enjoy. Let's start.
Episode 7.
Episode 7.
We're all here.
We're ready.
Let's dive into it.
Woo-hoo.
It's juicy.
Let's do it.
All right, let's start with a very, very famous family. You might know them. They have a big title. They're across the pond. Here
Across
we go.
the pond.
The royal family. Go figure. Their son, Andrew, Prince Andrew. Well, maybe we shouldn't call him Prince Andrew anymore.
Is he a prince still?
Is he still a prince?
Big question mark.
Alrighty, he is under fire. He's been under fire for a long time. And they've finally cut his duties and cut his titles and cut everything. Let's dive into this. Why now?
Yes, like, why did it took so long?
Right.
Like, I don't know
Well,
if you guys...
supposedly Prince Andrew is Queen Elizabeth's favorite child, which,
He's
I mean,
the baby.
that might be people speculating, but I don't know. Maybe at one point she actually like said that. I don't know, but it's been the feeling that the rest of the world has had about her feelings for Prince Andrew, and so I think she just kept hoping, all of the scandal would go away.
Yes. Is Andrew the second one?
I think so. Yeah, I think he's maybe we should look it up, but I think he is the second son.
The second
The
son of
second
her.
son.
But someone check that. One of us is
Are you
checking.
gonna do it?
Yeah. But to me, it's like, since that picture came out with the whole Jeffrey Epstein and Maxwell, how you don't, like, you are who you hang out with.
Right.
And if he's there with a picture with that little girl, come on.
I
You don't
mean,
have to
I don't want to
think
defend
much.
it, but it's at that point it was circumstantial evidence, which isn't enough to like prosecute someone of a crime. And I think in that photo, the girl, I mean, she's 17, which that is underage, but I don't know how much she like looked like a child. And like his arm is around her, but it's not like she's sitting on his lap and like licking his face or something. But again,
No, totally. But
Yeah.
to me, it's just, if you know what the thing is with Jeffrey Epstein, and
yeah.
it's like, come on.
Yeah.
He is the third child
The
and
third
the
child.
second son.
Okay.
Okay.
I think like also they were waiting to see what was going to happen with Ghislaine Maxwell's trial and then go from there. And then I'm sure at that point, like her advisors were like, you gotta strip this guy of his
Yes, because
titles and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, if you put him next to them, that means the whole royal family is corrupted. Just by that, like,
that family has had, I mean, I don't know, they're very sus people. I don't know what it is with them. we're obsessed with them, but I don't know. I mean, we have Princess Diana. There's just so much to unlock there. I mean, they've always had something that has just been weird, shady.
it's super shady.
But then again, what royal family and what famous family doesn't have their their problems and issues? They just happen to be under a microscope. But that family, I don't know what it is.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No.
I think it is interesting that it took them this long to strip him of his titles and his duties, but it didn't seem to take them that long to do it with Harry and Meghan, because I think it's the same process of taking away. Like, there's a lot of rumor about whether she stripped them of the titles, et cetera, or if they gave them up.
Right.
And so putting that at the same level of Prince Andrew and what he's being accused of, he hasn't been charged yet, but like the level seems drastically
drastic.
Like rape and sexual assault of a minor versus somebody who marries somebody that you don't want them
That
to
you
marry.
don't
Yeah,
like
It's like, what?
because of race.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
Exactly.
that does look really bad.
It looks pretty damn
Yeah.
bad.
It
Right.
was
Yeah.
bad. But I
Right.
think maybe in their minds, they thought, okay, if we do this sooner, it's us admitting that we think that he is like a pedophile
A
rapist.
pedophile.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I think they were just kind of hoping they could brush it under the royal carpet. But
Yes.
Oh.
Speaking of Harry and Meghan, they please correct me if I'm wrong. They've recently took a visit to the UK, and having to provide their own security, which is very again. Why? Because it doesn't take away the fact that he is still the son of Prince Charles. Like that does not take away the fact just because
Yes.
they stepped away from the spotlight does
In the
not
end of
mean
the day.
it just.
if
doesn't
anything, it
change
made him more
anything.
famous.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Like-
Right.
Like, because he's, I don't know what other word to use. He's like the black sheep of the family or the rebel.
Right.
And so I feel like people are even more intrigued with his life and his wife and his
Exactly,
children. And I
exactly.
think it wasn't all of them who went. I think it was just Prince Harry, but even he felt like his security was compromised. And like he's used to how
Right.
like people
whole
are
life.
so fascinated by his life in the UK versus the United States.
Right.
And so I think what he's hoping for is like when the Queen Elizabeth's Platinum Jubilee happens, he wants to bring Meghan and his son and daughter, but he feels like he can't do that unless they have some security
Yes.
Yeah.
provided.
They are
Yes.
provided, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully that gets all sorted out and all figured out because at the end of the day, we've discussed about this. They're still a royal family. They are still part of that of the monarchy, and
Yeah.
I think I was reading that she was going to provide it, the queen, but I think she just needs to be able to get out of the scandal, you know. So I
Right.
think that's why they are like, okay, we're gonna provide it.
Got it.
I don't know if it
Got
was
it.
willingly,
Yeah.
but
The thing I was reading somewhere that's interesting is that I thought at first it was about money, and I was like, "Dude, Harry, you can probably afford it." Because, like, I read somewhere that they spend like $11,000 just watering their garden in California, and I was
Oh
like,
my
"Okay,
God.
kid's not poor, right?
Yeah.
He's got money."
Yes.
But then in the article, it was saying that he actually like offered to pay for it himself, and they're the ones who are like saying something about how he can't get, or like there's been some sort
That's
of
weird.
hold up,
Yeah,
and I was like,
that is
I was
shady.
like, so if it's not about money, then like why don't you just let him
pay
have
for
it?
it. Yeah.
Because like
Yeah,
I
don't
think
know.
he doesn't want to make the taxpayers feel like they have to be the ones to pay for the
for
security.
his security.
And so he offered to pay for it himself. So to me, I'm like, what's the problem?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the holdup?
I mean it's kind of crazy. We still have royalty.
That's insane.
That's weird because I mean it'd be an honor to meet the royal family, but at the same time I'm an American. Like I wasn't raised with this royal family and the royal duties. Like to me that it doesn't really mean anything. Like it's just like
It doesn't at all.
like it's
Yeah.
nice, it's cute, and it's great to read about it and know about it. But at the same time, it's like what do they do? What do they do at the end of the
I
day?
feel like we have our own form of royalty. It just doesn't have a name. I mean, that can tie us into the next topic. Like the Kardashians, they're practically like
the
on-
royalty.
they're like
They
a royal
are
family.
American
No, they're
royalty.
like LA royalty.
The
right,
Russian.
Calabasas royalty to
Calabasas,
be more
yeah.
specific.
And I mean, nobody
Russian
like,
royalty.
it's not like
Right.
they.
It's like, what do they do? Like, what?
Yeah.
There you
so it just
Right.
happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still don't get how they became so famous. I mean, wasn't just because of the TV show, or
No, their dad,
Oh well,
Caitlyn, now, right, was
I mean, he was an Olympian, right?
he
Right,
was
and
an
he
Olympian,
married-
gold medal, but no, their biological father Rob
right.
Kardashian was an attorney in the state of California and was O.J. Simpson's.
Oh, Jesse Simpson.
that's
Yes.
it. That's really it.
but-
And the fact he got him out of that crime
Right,
is
right.
like world
I mean that's how
renowned
we
famousness right there.
that's how we really knew about the Kardashian name. But in reality, it's Kim.
Kim, yeah, she,
Kim K.
Yes, she started this whole thing.
But I
Yep.
think it was her mom who sort of propelled everything into action. Like she
Her mom has
heard,
Her
brains.
mom is-
Her
she
mom-
heard
she's
that like
the mastermind.
the
Yeah.
television network was like looking for a family to like do a reality show on, and she
okay.
like begged the network to like do it on her family.
Right.
And that's like what
She's a
got
mastermind.
her like family. And then also like Kim did have a lot to do with it. I think she knew exactly who to hang out with to be seen.
Right.
I think that she, from a young age, she knew she wanted to be famous, and she was like, who do I got to be friends with? Paris, got it.
Right.
Who do I have to date? Kanye, got it. It's
Right.
like,
Who do I have to
No,
be
it's
with?
a mixture of all of it.
All
Yeah.
of that, I
It's
think.
a very well orchestrated
Yeah.
success.
They've been
For
preparing
sure.
their entire lives for it, to be quite honest with you.
For sure.
They really made reality TV what it is today. But speaking of them, recently over the weekend, Stormy and Chicago had a joint birthday party.
Chicago?
Chicago,
this
Kim's
is
daughter.
Kim's daughter.
Third child.
okay, I know I'm
Second
going to
daughter.
get some hate from this, but why? Why would you name your kid Chicago?
Yeah,
I'm-
Chicago.
Yeah.
You know,
I think I,
mean,
just I
nor-
think of the Chicago deep dish pizza in Chicago
I
Airport.
just
but
think of the city,
okay.
but
Same.
it's all good.
No, literally
Okay.
same.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on though.
Yeah.
So.
So this joint birthday party is a bit weird just because Stormy's birthday is in February. People are speculating that maybe Kylie is going to
It's
go into
due.
labor
It's due,
in
yeah.
February. So maybe that's why they just did this now. But the real news is that Kanye West, the father of Chicago, was not invited to this birthday party. Why?
But apparently it's because he had like work in Miami. He's like filming something for like music, and so apparently that's why. But
Anyways, he did end up going to the
He
birthday
did.
party
He
at the
did.
end of the
Of course he
day.
did.
He did. Speaking of Kanye, his new name, Y.E., Ye. I don't know if people call him by. I don't know if he even do people call him that? Do people approach him with that name?
Is it a real change name? Like he actually did it legally, or is just
His artistic name? You know, I don't know. I mean, to this day, I feel like people still associate him with Kanye West.
yeah.
is it know his brand Yeezy? Like
Yeezy,
so
yeah.
so kind of
Yeah.
like that's why.
I
don't know.
I guess. But anyways, Netflix came out that he's coming out with this trilogy, this 3-part documentary series of his life that it's been in the works for the past like 20 years. My question is Kanye really crazy, or is he really ahead of the game? Does he know how to play his cards?
I mean, he has all the money for a reason. So
Right.
Right.
I personally feel like he's losing it a little.
A little.
I think he's artistically losing it. And when I say that, I don't mean like he's not artistic. What I'm saying is like it's less noticeable because he's doing it through his talent of what he's really good at. But I feel like he has a God complex. Like this whole like Jesus,
1,000%. Yes.
like what was his album? His lyrics are like, I'm God, I'm Jesus,
Right,
whatever.
right.
I don't like that personally, but I feel like he thinks quite literally that he's like God's gift to the world. And to me, I don't really find that amazing, but that's just me.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's a good way to put it. That's a good way. I didn't think of it like that, but now you got me really thinking about all his projects, his music, what he does outside. It makes sense. That does make sense. I can see why you see it like that. Kanye West, he's an interesting person. I don't know. I think he just being in this industry for the past 20 years, we've seen him when in his beginnings of his album, like his music, like that's what he's known for. And so being with the Kardashians, it really has escalated, I think, his personality maybe.
Or like just wanting to put a magnifying glass on everything
On
in his
everything.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's also a little weird to make a movie about your life when you're still pretty young. Like that's something you do when you're an older person and
That's what I'm
you've
saying.
had this huge legacy.
That's what I'm
or
saying.
like maybe when people make movies about documentaries about their life, usually it's someone else doing it.
That's what I'm saying. He's been ahead
It's
of
weird
the
to
game.
do yourself. It's a little bit like pat myself on the back.
Yeah.
I'm amazing. I've reached my peak. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't want to be 40 and doing a movie about my life yet.
Yeah.
Like I would be like, it's already over. Like
Right.
Yes.
Right.
I wanted to wait till I'm like
interesting.
80 or 90. But
I
that's
wonder
just
what
me.
Yeah.
I wonder what they're gonna show. Are they gonna show his personal life, his mother, his like the family, his presidential campaign. Like, what are they going to show? What are they going to show? All his sides, all his creativity. What are they going to show?
Yeah.
That's the
We'll
interesting
see.
part to this
We'll
three-part
see
series.
February 16th.
February
Oh,
16th.
So it's pretty soon.
Yeah,
It is. It's in a month from today.
Is it on Netflix?
Netflix on
Netflix,
Netflix.
okay.
So we'll see. We'll see what we see.
Yes,
It'll be
that-
interesting.
That is pretty weird. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, it is. It is. The
I
fact that
feel
he's
like-
been doing this for the past, like I said, 20 years. It's
At
like
least
he's
with
ahead.
Michael Jordan, they waited for him to retire before they started making like
Right.
documentaries about his
Yeah.
life.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
yeah.
like
And
it's
his
just
success
weird.
and his
Like I
greatness,
think
yeah.
if it was like about a very specific
Topic,
thing in
yeah,
his
like-
life, or
Yeah.
like even the thing with Cristiano Ronaldo's wife making
So
that.
Georgina.
Oh, I can't
yeah,
wait.
that looks really cool,
Oh,
and
I
it
can't
it
wait.
seems to just be about like
How she became who she is now,
yeah,
or
like
like
a
about her.
chapter
Like,
of
Right,
but
right.
it's not like look
This
at
is
my
my life.
legacy in
Uh-huh.
my life.
Oh,
But
yeah.
maybe his isn't like that. I mean, I haven't
We
seen
don't
it.
know.
We
I
don't
think
know.
just I started getting rubbed the wrong way. That sounds so bad. Rubbed the wrong way when he was doing the presidential campaign, and then he literally said in the campaign about how he wanted to abort his child. And I was like, dude, you can't come back from that. You can't. I mean, after that, I was like, oh,
don't know.
I was like, he's just.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
I feel like
We'll see.
there are things that you shouldn't say.
No,
Yeah.
of course not.
Of course not.
Of course not. Of
No.
course not.
And I
No.
think that was the end of the marriage right there. It's
Yeah.
like, that's when that
Oh.
started.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of Kanye and marriage and family, Kim, what's up with Kim?
Well, right now she is being sued with Floyd Mayweather
Oh,
because they are in this scandal of how, right now the crypto space and all of these things, the Web3 and everything is pretty new. So it's pretty easy to manipulate people. And also they are pretty big celebrities. Like if she posts a picture of a underwear, she's gonna sell millions in
course.
seconds.
Right,
of course.
Mhm.
So
Sold out.
they are using that power to scam people. So what happened is they promoted this cryptocurrency that was called Ethereum Max. Ethereum is the second largest coin in the crypto space, and they put the Ethereum Max name. So making it related to it, even though it has nothing to do with it.
Wow.
Isn't
Oh.
just that alone like a.
That's illegal.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Right.
they are not the creators of the coin, if I'm correct. But
Okay.
they promote it.
Okay.
So they were like, if
got
you
it.
guys buy this thing or something, like, we how to say, like, making you think that you were going to be rich.
Right.
So what happened was Floyd Mayweather had his fight with Paul Logan,
Yes.
right? And in the fight, they also make it, the Ethereum Max was a way for you to pay to watch the fight as well.
Okay.
So,
Okay,
like
okay.
they make all these things to make it look like a legit coin, like a legit thing that was going to have a project or
Wow.
it's, and what happened next? The coin reached its peak and then it has dumped down to 98%.
Oh,
98%.
wow.
Out of
Wow.
what? I mean,
It's like if you go from 0, you go to 98
uh-huh.
and then it drops back.
Oh, okay.
And they have a huge amount of those coins. So when do they sold?
Up
When
there.
it was at
That high.
98.
And it's
The
not
high.
like they need more money.
So right now they're
Right.
being sued for doing this.
Good.
Yeah.
I feel like
Good.
they should get
Yeah.
sued.
It is because
Yeah.
it's so scandalous. It's like, why are you scamming all these people?
Right.
Why are you putting the name or something that is not related?
Yeah.
Right.
Why are you?
And then they give crypto. That's why I think people are hesitant about crypto
About
stuff
crypto.
because there
Yes.
are a lot of scammy
Of course,
things happening
absolutely.
with
It's
it.
a lot of scam
It just gives
things.
it a bad name.
Absolutely.
A huge bad name.
Yeah.
The same thing with the NFTs and people who are just making projects and making a website, making all these things, and then yes, we're gonna make a video game. We're gonna make this. We're going
Right.
to the metaverse.
Right.
And then the next thing you do is people buy into it. They make $2 million in 10 minutes, and they are like, bye bye, honey.
Bye.
That's
Wow.
so crazy.
'Cause
They
it's
need to put
crazy.
some more like laws and stuff in
That's-
place
and
to like,
yeah.
protect.
Yeah.
And that's why
people.
people sometimes don't understand the regulation. Actually, it's good because it's protecting you, and that's what we need.
Yeah.
We need to regulate coins. We need to regulate who can make a coin. Because
Yeah.
right now it was something like 2,000 coins per day are being created.
Oh,
dang.
wow.
So that means
Yeah.
Wow.
1% of the coin are actually legit.
Wow. Wow.
So it's like, you know,
Wow, that's insane.
Yeah.
insane.
Insane. Wow, we hope that
Yes.
comes to light.
Yeah,
and
we'll let you know what happened with the zoo.
yes. Speaking of the latest news, it's all over TikTok. It's all over everywhere. And I wanted to know what's going on really bad. Euphoria. Everyone keeps talking about this.
Yes.
Season 2. People,
HBO Max.
it's all over. Like I said, TikTok, people talk about it. Did you see the latest episode? And this and the other. And
Yeah.
I personally have never watched the show, but now I really want to. I want to know what this whole glitter is about. I want to know what these characters do. I really want to know. I saw a glimpse of the first episode of this brand new season, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. I should
Does it
really
look
look into
intense?
that.
Like, does it look
Yes.
hardcore?
Sex, drugs, a whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
But it looks good. It looks hella good.
Yes.
I really want to get into it, guys. So we'll let you know. Maybe that's the next thing we'll talk about. Maybe we'll like
Yes,
binge
for
watch
sure.
it,
We
and we'll
we
let you
have
know our
to.
thoughts about it.
The
because
first time I knew about Euphoria was I did a video about Rosalia and Billie Eilish.
Oh,
They
okay.
did a song for the first season.
Oh,
And I was
okay.
like, I was so confused when I saw the song and when I was talking about it because I was like, what is this? Like, I
Right.
didn't get the
The
music
reference.
video.
Right.
Yeah.
And then when people commented, they were like, oh, this is about this TV show. But I was like, I don't know if I want to watch this TV show.
Got it.
Yeah.
And I follow this amazing director. He's one of the best, like the colors he pulled out. Like, he's an amazing director and I follow him. I was like,
Yeah.
why not?
Okay.
And then he posted some stories talking about, he was like, wow, like this show really brought it.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
he says something like, this is the perfect example of when somebody tells the director or the creator, like, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like, no restrictions on like, you have to do this, because usually that's what happens with movies and anything. It's like, you depend on whatever the guy who's paying for it.
Right. Right.
So he was saying like, this is the perfect example that the creative got to do what he wanted.
That's
So-
right. That's why there's so much talk about this show, because the way it's directed, the colors, the everything about this show, really they hype it up for a reason, and it's go figure.
I wonder if it's like an artistic Gossip Girl or something.
We'll find out.
or like even like a American version of Elite or something.
That's
'Cause
what
isn't
my
it
mind-
about like high school?
Okay.
It's
Okay.
about
or
high school,
something?
Yeah.
and that's
I
what
mean-
my mind went to immediately. I said, "Oh, this could be something like it," but I don't know. I think
Well, we'll
we should.
just
I
have
think
to
we.
We
it.
definitely have to watch it.
We're like 3 years
and
behind, but we have to watch it.
We'll
now.
let you guys
Yes.
know.
We have to watch
Definitely.
it now. That's like the latest thing, and I want to know everything about it. So
If you know
late-
something about it, please comment
Yes.
and let
Yes,
us know.
let
Yes.
us know.
Let us know your personal thoughts. If you're a fan of the show, if you're not, let us know. Let us know.
As you see, all over the place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What is the next topic that we got?
The next topic.
Was it Bob Saget? Or were we not going to talk
Yeah,
about
we,
that?
we can talk a little bit about it. I mean, I don't know much about it, so I will let you guys.
Sure. Well, Bob Saget, over the weekend had his funeral, and everyone was in attendance. Even the Olsen twins.
Oh, they went?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
They did.
Good,
They did
good.
go.
Yeah.
They
I'm
I'm
did
glad
go.
they showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's America's TV dad.
Oh.
We all
Yeah.
grew up watching him.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. 65.
Yeah.
Very young.
Very young.
Young.
Very young.
Yeah.
But it's like a part of our childhood went away with him too. Yeah, everyone was in attendance.
I think
and-
what was like the uplifting side of a really sad thing was like how it seems like he really touched a lot of people.
He did.
Like
Definitely.
in like
He
a
did.
full like
he's
a
the
diverse like and when I say diverse, I mean he just had like a lot of friends in different types of fields of professions. Like obviously all famous people, but like
Yeah.
John Mayer, and then like who's the comedian Dave Chappelle,
Yeah.
and like you know just like all of these. Obviously, all the people from Full House, but like everyone had such beautiful and amazing things to say about him,
Right.
and it just goes to show you like how like he touched so many people's lives
Pete
in like
Davidson.
a really like
Oh,
in a
yeah.
really positive way. So it seems like he was just like kind of a lot like the character he played in Full House. Like he
Exactly.
really was this amazing like dad,
Yeah.
almost to like
Friend.
all
Yeah,
of
yeah.
these people.
For
And
sure,
so,
for sure.
Exactly. He's the epiphany of being like the awesome girl dad. That
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, honestly, he just was a very liked human being, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
an amazing way to be remembered.
Mm-hmm.
Not just from his work, but as
Mm-hmm.
a person, he was very well liked, and that is something so beautiful. That's amazing, especially
Mm-hmm.
in the Hollywood industry, to be known
Right,
for that as
right.
a decent human being, a loyal, just honest human being. That was beautiful. That's really beautiful
Yeah.
about him.
I thought that was like a positive way
Yeah.
to talk about a sad thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's still no. How do you say? Know what he died for?
No,
Right. His
they,
no- yeah.
they. Oh, sorry. I feel like keep interrupting. you.
No, you're fine.
They said that he, like, it takes a couple weeks to do an autopsy,
Oh, okay.
but like they don't suspect foul play. My guess it was probably like a heart attack, probably or something, but
Yeah.
they don't know yet.
We don't know yet. Yeah.
So sad.
It's
Sad.
really sad. Speaking of another celebrity, Betty White's birthday is this week. It's today, actually, when we're filming this.
Yes.
So, happy birthday to
Happy
the late
birthday.
Betty White. Would have been 100 years old today.
Crazy.
100 years old.
I mean, what a life! What a life! Can you imagine living up to 100 years old? What would you do? What would you say? What would your advice be on life? Like, what would you do with that much time
also
under your belt?
seeing so many changes and how fast it changed.
Every decade.
Every
Every
decade.
decade. Every decade that woman lived.
You
I
know?
mean, from the 40s to the 50s. I mean, every decade she's seen it all. She's seen it all.
Yes.
Isn't that spectacular?
It must
Just a
be
little
nuts.
whippersnapper though. Like, I mean, I liked it how she always just, because she did go through all these decades. It seemed kind of like she went with the times. Like she was on SNL. She was,
Yes.
hanging
That was-
out with the kids. Like, and I think
Yeah.
that's what kept her young and why she
Yes.
lived to be so
Right.
long.
Yes. She was a jokester. She had a great personality. And like you said, she was up with the times. Like
Yeah.
and maybe even ahead of the times because she was even
Probably.
asked questions even back in the day about issues today and her responses were like right on. Like she was really with the times. Like she was accepting of everybody. She again was just is remembered as a very bright, funny, loving human being, and that's amazing. That's why we all love her. I
Yep.
mean, we all will miss her because she really left a great impact in the industry and worldwide. Worldwide.
Yes.
Happy birthday,
Yeah.
Betty.
To our golden girl.
Yes.
All right. Do we have anything else that we want to talk about?
I think we did it.
I think we did
Did
it.
it.
I think we're
we
good.
did it.
All
We're
right.
good.
So that was a great episode. Hope you guys enjoy that we went a little bit all over the place.
We did.
Oh, actually, we're missing one thing
What?
that happened this year. No, that happened 2 days ago.
Okay.
The volcano.
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah.
The underwater volcano, guys.
Because we got
Did
it
you
in
see
the
that?
episode
Oh,
with
did
the
you?
volcano.
Did
I
y'all
mean-
see that?
Pretty crazy, right?
It's-
This volcano underwater, close to, is it called Tonga?
Tonga, yeah.
Yes.
Right? I think it's in between two islands,
Mm-hmm.
and the volcano is pretty damn big. I think the volcano is around, I'm gonna say 12 miles. I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but I think and it erupted. I think it's one of the biggest eruption in 40 years, if I'm
Right.
correct.
Mm-hmm.
The images from the sky, from the
Insane.
satellites.
Insane. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Has it caused like any awfulness?
As of now, they don't know how hard. They know that the air and the water in the islands is pretty bad right now.
Oh.
So they're hoping the China and a couple countries have said that they are ready to just fly as soon as the conditions let it happen.
Okay. Okay.
So-
I know some surfers were planning on this big event and they hit the waves immediately. They're like, we're not messing out
Yeah,
on
there's
this.
people that like are surfing.
Yeah, some
and
surfers
I'm like,
they
ooh.
went out there and they
Yeah.
crushed it.
I wonder if it like
I
makes
think-
the water like.
I think they probably knew
bad.
that the waves around where they were not gonna be like they were gonna be big, but they were not gonna be extremely dangerous.
Yeah.
Right.
The waves were, it was so powerful that you could, on the West Coast, we all reside in the West Coast, we got alerts that the West Coast, we were going to
It's
get
a
somewhat impacted.
warning.
Warning. And so you would see video footage of, especially in San Diego, California.
Yeah, like the
some-
waves were.
They were like up to the pier. And
Yeah.
you would see, and it was
Yeah.
That's
insane.
nuts.
It's incredible.
I
Like,
know.
wow, Mother Nature. It's
I know.
She has a mind of its own, and we have to respect her. But the water, huge respect for the water. I have a huge respect for the water.
Yes.
If it's one thing, that tsunami. Oh my goodness! We
Yes.
just hope that everybody is safe
Yeah.
and there was no catastrophes or damage there.
Only 2 people die in Peru
Oh.
Sad.
as of now. That
Wow.
is registered. I think it's because probably they didn't know and they didn't get the alert.
Right.
Right.
The repercussion of that such a big thing happening.
Right.
I mean, the
Exactly.
waves, I think, in the West Coast were around, I think, how do you say, a person. I think I saw it on this.
Like as tall as a person, you mean?
Yes,
Or-
a little bit taller. I think it was in Japan, it was 2 meters.
Okay.
And
Okay.
here was like a meter.
Okay.
Something like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
It's
I
something
don't
like
know
that.
meters, like I know feet.
But that's
but-
what I think I saw it in different scale.
Yeah.
That's what I don't want to say around
Yeah,
because I know
right.
you guys do
But
inches
tall.
and feet and all
Yeah.
of that.
Tall
I'm
enough
so
to be
confused.
scary.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. In Japan, we're a little bit bigger.
Oh,
Right.
wow.
Crazy.
Wow. It's
Mhm.
crazy. It's insane. Wow.
So crazy.
So be careful out there, everyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
And watch out for those waves.
For sure.
Yes, well,
For
we have
sure.
to be alert. I mean,
Yeah.
right now the war is a little scary. It's not to be
Yeah.
depressing, but
But
Yeah.
we don't know what's gonna happen in the next 5 years.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So we gotta take care of our planet.
Yeah,
Yep.
we do.
No gesture is too small, even
No.
though if you think so.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because sometimes you see trash in the streets and you are like, oh, it's a little piece of trash. Like, it's fine. But doing that little thing of just picking the trash,
Yeah.
it helps.
right.
Mm.
Because maybe
Tremendously.
somebody else is going to watch and going to be like, wow, that person picked that up for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe
Definitely.
that creates conscience. And that's what we need. We need to create conscience between all of us because if we don't do it, nobody's going to do it. It's
Yeah.
kind of like
Right.
what they say. If
Of
you don't
course.
do it for yourself, nobody's going to do it for you.
Right.
Exactly.
Of course.
Totally.
Of course. It's the least that we can do for our future generations, so we can
Mhm.
have an earth to live in.
They can
Right.
have a life.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
So yeah, so now how it is the final.
thanks for joining us, guys. As always, check up our podcasts on Apple, Amazon, Google, you name
Spotify.
it. We got it. We're on everything.
YouTube channel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel. And
Tell
Please
your
subscribe.
friends. Tell
It's
your friends to
great.
listen.
It's
Yes.
great. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter. Again, you name it, we got it. We're on everywhere. Don't be shy. Hit us a hello. We love that.
Yeah, thank you for listening or watching.
And until next time,
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening, guys and gals. This was Nobody You Know. Literally. Remember to hit like and subscribe and leave us a comment. Have a question for the guys or a topic you'd love them to discuss? Get in touch. You can find us on all socials at @NobodyYouKnow_podcast. See you next time.